Hey folks, this is Brett with Full Time RV, and this is the video of the ice storm. This happened in, well, I think it was, yeah, it was the end of January, January 29th or 30th, and it stayed around for about 3 days. This is the beginning of the ice storm when it was just mostly rain and sleet. Um, Pardon me, having a little issues there with my gizmo. Um, as you can see, this is mostly sleet pellets. Hadn't quite started snowing yet. Um, they started off really cold. You know, you can see quite a few of the icicles in that. There's the fifth wheel I was talking about earlier that my buddy owns. It's quite a bit older, but still in pretty good condition. This is my wonderful truck that is a solid sheet of ice at this particular point in time. The funny thing is um, I was able to get in it at this point, and when I rolled the window down, the ice actually stayed. That was kind of entertaining. Um, and, you know, get kind of a window of ice at that point. Just a little bit more pictures of that. This is as the snow started to fall and accumulate. Some of it's sleet, some of it's water, and a little bit of snow starting to accumulate out by the trees. This here is a little bit of a sleet and snow mix that's falling. That's where I guess I kind of about slipped and busted my rear end because my stairs were full of ice. And literally, this was about, as you can see, it's gotten a little bit stronger there. This is about over a 20-minute period of time. This was about 30 minutes later, just outside the door, and snow and sleet accumulation. A couple of my buddies showed up right before we went to work, and by this point, my truck wasn't going anywhere. Um, it, it looks like I got teeth on the grill. Um, there's my neighbor wanting to throw a sleet slash snowball at everybody. We had a pretty good time with that. As you can see, he's made a pretty good sized little ball there, and that was just off the stuff that was accumulated on the truck. This here is the picture of the morning after. Now this is North Florida. We don't normally get this stuff. I wound up just leaving the truck there, and I walked the 300 yards to work because I thought it was far safer, except I busted my rear end on, didn't matter if I was on the pavement or the grass. There was quite a bit of ice under the snow. You can see it made its way pretty far up the window. And again, let me reiterate, this is Florida. It's not supposed to do this here. This is the roadway back to our training building, which goes down the hill over the creek and back up the other side. And as you can see, nobody was going anywhere. Beautiful winter wonderland. The icicles hanging off the Montana and off the dish, as you can see in the background there. Water lines completely frozen at this point, so we were dealing with the water that I had in the inside the tank, which I did fill up prior to that. This was the treacherous battle getting up the stairs. I actually had to find my way in, get a bunch of salt, and pour it on the steps just so we could get in. Some more of the snow. Um, as you can see here, this is pretty nice winter postcard view. We couldn't go down the street, and you can see all the ice hanging off of the sign telling us we can't go down that road. Typically, it's an authorized area, but being that you can't get up the other hill, it's unauthorized. Some more of the snow on the truck. Day 2. This was the day after the snowstorm, not the morning after, but the complete day after, day 2. Still snow on the ground, ice on the ground. Beautiful blue skies, the green trees. Never, ever, ever have I seen this stuff hang around this long. I mean, just a beautiful winter wonderland. You can actually see my electrical cable, and this was before I put shortened the hose and put the insulation on the hose. A little white hose in the background was what I was attempting to use to try to keep the water lines from freezing, and that was not a very good attempt. When I came around this corner to take this picture, I actually fell down twice because that thing was a solid sheet of ice thanks to the daytime thawing from the sun. As much as 3 days later, we still had a snowman outside of one of the buildings. Can't take a picture of that part of the facility, obviously. And you can just see that's 2 days later, and this was actually completely covered. I should have taken a picture that day, and I didn't, but you couldn't actually see but this little spot of the black cable sticking up. So it was rather fun. I enjoyed it. The camper stayed nice and toasty. This was actually still the 2 days after uh, going back that direction. Little more thaw. You can see a sheet of ice on the ground. It's back of the truck. Still a big icicle right here hanging off the satellite dish. So, and we're back to the beginning picture again. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.